to Ballymore Stadium in Brisbane. We're here for the finals of the 2024 Flag Football National Tournament. We're about to witness the best of the best women in flag football contesting for the first national championship ever in Australia. And it is one of the rivalries we love to see. It's the New South Wales women up against Queensland. Queensland, who've run undefeated through the tournament and run rampant across the defences. They have one of the most impressive offences, and the crowd absolutely loves them. It's Kate Allman here in commentary, calling all the action alongside my best guy next to me in the booth, T-Mac from the Any Given Sunday podcast. We're about to get underway, T-Mac, but what are you expecting from this match?
It's going to be hot. Like you said, Queensland have been absolutely rampant. We saw the New South Wales girls earlier today, so a little bit less dewy on the field, which is good for them. I think it's going to be an absolute hot game.
New South Wales had a few issues with ball control in the wet, but of course the sun is out. It's a beautiful afternoon for some grand finals, and it is a beautiful afternoon to stay tuned to the live stream as we bring you all the action from Ballymore Stadium. It's women up first. We'll have the men's grand final later, and they're going to be crowned champions of the first inaugural Flag Football National Tournament. Don't go anywhere. It starts now.
The energy is super high here. I don't know if you can hear the crowd in the background, but everyone's come down to watch this final. Some people to watch out for is Cody Fuller for the Queensland. It's really impressive so far this whole tournament, and I reckon she's going to shine throughout this. Up to you, Kate.
So New South Wales in possession for the first drive of this grand final match. Thanks for tuning in. It's Kate Allman and T-Mac back in the commentary. We just had to get back upstairs off the sideline. The conditions are absolutely perfect down there. Checking them out in person was a real treat for me and T-Mac as we watch the first drive unfold. New South Wales in possession currently, going down the field. They get it to their favourite, number 5 receiver.
Tegan Madden, absolutely on fire this morning when we were watching her here.
It is Tegan Madden for the New South Wales Blues. A chance to be crowned the very first national champions ever in Australia. This is the very first official tournament of the flag football. Here they go again. New South Wales going down the field. They get to the halfway. And they get over that all-important line to get a new set of downs.
They've got nothing to lose, the New South Welsh women. Everyone knows how dominant Queensland's been, so they're definitely the underdogs. But they've just got to come out here and throw everything at them.
So here they go. Quarterback is Rebecca Bolden. Gets to her favourite receiver, Tamika Sutton. Sutton and Tegan Madden are the two that seem to receive most of the passes forward from the line of scrimmage. Second down here. Rebecca Bolden, the quarterback for New South Wales, has a rocket for an arm. Accuracy has been an issue occasionally. Let's see how she goes here. That's as accurate as they come. Straight to Tegan Madden, the other captain, down the right sideline. Tiptoes out of bounds, and they're about 10 yards out from the end zone. Third down coming up.
We got to watch the Queensland women last night, and their defence was absolutely on fire. So to be able to get out there and punch them in the face early would be big for the New South Welshmen.
Snaps to Baldwin. Baldwin goes over the top to Tamika Sutton, but the defence stands strong. A great tag pull there by Yana Floridis, who's played tackle football in the USA for the Florida Avengers and represented the Sun Devils in gridiron, so she's come over from the tackle format of the game here to defend Queensland's title. There was an unofficial tournament last year, didn't include all of the states, and Queensland won that one.
Comfortably, both men and the women. So, yeah, no, that's definitely why they're the team to beat.
Baldwin, fourth snap, must score on this drive. Does so! Touchdown! First touchdown of the match. Tegan Madden, New South Wales women's captain, run an impeccable route, gets into the end zone, put the hands up, and the delivery from her quarterback was absolutely clutch. Above the head, brings it in, and the New South Wales women get the first points of the match.
That's the start they needed. Picture perfect. Look at that, right in the corner. Nobody else could get there. The way you want to start being the New South Wales.
Well, you often say the hands are so crucial, but Tegan Madden's route running ability is second to none. Rebecca Baldwin has that gifted to her, reads the play, lofts it into the end zone again. Can't quite find Rachel Mortel. Mortel with a diving run. Couldn't get her hands on it, but 6 points is exactly how they want to start this match, New South Wales. The response will come now from the Queensland women, get their first possession of the day.
Don't know how many times we can say how crucial those 1 point conversions are, though.
You leave points on the board, and you leave the other team an opportunity to return serve. Cody Fuller with the first reception for the Queensland women. And gee, they are looking good already. Casey Cubis, the quarterback there. She was part of the inaugural Australian flag team. She played tackle football in the USA as well for the Denver Bandits. She's represented the Sun Devils in gridiron. Here she is in flag football, taking the second snap of the day for Queensland. Surveys the scene, goes long. Cody Fuller has it in space, turns upfield, gets around the defense and just gets a flag pulled at about the 10-yard mark from the end zone. But Cody Fuller, we've said it time and again, obviously part of the Australian team last year in the Oceania Championships, the leading touchdown scorer of that tournament for Australia, and part of the driving force behind the silver medal that Australia took home from that tournament. So they're set up again, the Queensland Sun Devils, this time tight formation. Straight to the hands of another receiver. That's going to be Marissa Hayes, another of the Australian flag team. And they've got just basically the entire Australian flag team on the field here in maroon.
And as you can see very early that their connection is so spot on. It's because they play so much together. Although New South Wales defence so far, although they're getting the yards, they're keeping it out of the end zone.
Look at the tight formation on this replay as well. We'll see back to live action. Lofts it into the end zone, a little too tall. Cody Fuller couldn't get up the ladder into air over the defence. Not on that occasion. New South Wales well covered.
It'll be interesting to see as this game goes on. All the pressure, I think, is on the Queenslanders. They are the ones to beat. New South Wales have just got to throw it all at them. So whether that pressure can get to them or they do have the experience behind them, so whether they can use that experience to get over the line.
It is really the Queenslanders' game to lose, isn't it? High snap comes up, surveys the scene. Casey Cubis has to try and find someone under pressure. Coverage was excellent. Rebecca Gordon was involved for the New South Wales women, as was Riley McKay. So fourth down, a great stand put up by the New South Wales women after scoring on their first drive. Here they are to defend the return. They may just get one up here. Tight formation into the end zone. Cubis, blitz coming, sends it long, has a woman and has the touchdown. Jessica Loom, the first woman to ever join Brisbane flag football, has played state rep for flag football and softball, and here she is with the first touchdown of the match in the grand final for the Queensland women.
Casey Cubis, just the sidestep there, and then deliver that absolute dart.
The silver service from Casey Cubis to get the 1 point conversion, and does so. Cody Fuller takes it over the line. and they take 1 point ahead of New South Wales. It's just as you said, T-Mac. You leave those conversion opportunities on the board and you leave the door open for the other team to get in front. Here's that replay of the touchdown. Perfectly placed ball right into the corner pylon. And Jessica Liu was standing there waiting for it. Back into live action now. New South Wales have a chance to go back down to the other end. Their quarterback.
Tegan Madden has started off really hot here too.
Their quarterback being Rebecca Baldwin. And Tegan Madden, one of the wide receivers to watch, as well as Rachel Mortel. You're so right. She had a couple of crucial receptions earlier in the touchdown drive. That one goes to Tamika Sutton on the sideline, and flag quickly pulled by the defence of Mickey Filia for Queensland.
These two played each other yesterday. 38-12 Queensland got up. So New South Wales looking to overturn that kind of deficit.
There'll be a little conversation between the New South Wales players as to what play will be called this time. Tegan Madden in the snapper position. Baldwin goes high and long. Mortel's there. Can't get the gloves on it. Just out of reach. Mortel, not one of the tallest players, but quick speed off the mark. Absolutely go-go gadget when she gets running. Sort of the Tyreek Hill style of play for the New South Wales women. There's an important snap to be had here. 4th down, must get over the halfway mark to receive a new set of downs.
The Queensland girls playing a bit more of a zone kind of coverage, so that leads to, if you can get at the back, you've got a good chance, but you've got to hit those passes.
New South Wales must get over here, and that won't do it. Elizabeth Shorter had it and lost it. Queensland coming out with impressive defence there. So the game remains almost even. Queensland 1 point ahead. And there'll be a turnover on downs. Queensland start with it at their 5-yard line. The grand final of Women's Flag Football Nationals today. Sidearm. Nice one to Marissa Hayes, who gets a few extra yards after the catch. Casey Cubis just showing why she is the dominant force of Australian flag football at the quarterback position right now.
She looks so calm and in control at the moment. Just walking up, picking the plays, getting it out to her players, and yeah, looking very much on.
A total professional. Opts for the fake shuffle pass. Instead goes back to Marissa Hayes again. Another teammate from that Australian side. Plays as centre or a wide receiver here for the Sun Devils. One of those players that can do it all. Often snaps it and then gets upfield, receives it, and even gets yards after catch many times. So Cubis looks at the matchups, goes to the left. Pink gloves, which we know are so elusive, gets upfield, still going. Flag pull, Dania Herdman. One of the players you've highlighted before, T-Mac. She is as evasive as they come, just weaving through the traffic. Got about 5 extra yards as we look at this replay. It was the hip twizzle that got around the defense. She beat 2, couldn't beat 3 though.
Yeah, flag on the field. See what the ref has to say. So as she was going down, Herdman, you're not allowed to hit away their hands and stop them from grabbing the flag. So although such a great run, she's been flagged and it's gone back.
They'll lose 5 yards on that one, but still get over the halfway mark. Fresh set of downs coming up. Casey Cubis in control. The former Denver Bandit, sidearm again to Marissa Hayes, who tries to get forward, gets more yards, and the flag pulled at the 6-yard line. Great response by Rebecca Gordon, defending for New South Wales. But the snapper, Marissa Hayes, just showing her versatility as a player.
We spoke about in the early games how crucial it is if you've got a centre that can get down the field, and it's just showing here.
She's got great explosive speed off the mark there in that 3-point stance. Cubis No one on her. So much time to let this unfold. Goes to the end zone. Tried to find Herdman. And that's just airmailed beyond the end zone and into the stands of Ballymore Stadium. So second down. Couple more chances to get into that end zone. When you've got a rocket for an arm of Casey Cubis. It was interesting. There was no one blitzing at that point. And you'd think someone like Casey Cubis, such a threat, I'd want to get a defender up in her space and put a little bit of pressure on. So I wonder if that will change. It will. Blitz coming from New South Wales. Long ball. Herdman gets up and gets out. It's called incomplete. And they're arguing that there was too much contact there. I believe the referees will have a conversation as we take a look at this replay. Casey Cubis read it well, got the ball out just in time. Herdman got up. I would have thought that was a touchdown. I think she had a fair piece of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think let them play. There's a little bit, it's going for a touchdown. You want to be able to defend it, so I think good call.
Fourth down here. Casey Cubis has to get something out of this one. So much time, and that one's way too high. Couldn't find Marissa Hayes, and I just think that was an unlucky call for the Queenslanders. It was certainly well within the grasp of Herdman as she came down, got the toes in. That's what she's arguing for. There was ball control. Let's see this again. Here it is, lofted high, straight into the gloves. Feet were down, and I think the hand came late. The defense of Laura Duarte, New South Wales, in the end. So New South Wales now a chance to get back in the game. Tamika Sutton, the scoreline is still just 1 point differential. Queensland 7, New South Wales 6.
Queensland can't let that get inside their heads. Although they think they should have had one there, they got to reset. New South Wales have got the ball now. Let's just get our heads back in the game.
Reception almost made, but it's through the hands of Elizabeth Shorter. A short player. Overhead there, over and out of bounds. Third down for New South Wales. They need to get some yardage. They're well away from the halfway mark at this point. They'll have a little conference before they execute the next play. Many of them wearing playbooks on the wrists. Just shows the creativity of some of these teams. The best of the best we're watching now. Casey Cubis is...
That's one that she probably should have brought in, though.
Yeah, the previous... Madden to Rebecca Baldwin as a quarterback. Blitz coming, goes high, gets over into the hands of the defender. It's a pick made by Mickey Filia, the leading tackle leader for Australia in the Malaysian tournament of the Oceania Asia, the inaugural flag football team that contested that one last year. She was the leading tackler, showcasing just why she is such a defensive weapon. A turnover, and Casey Cubis is back in control for Queensland. At the halfway mark, lofts it forward, straight into the end zone, as easy as they come. Jessica Liu, touchdown, Queensland. A flag has been thrown, but I think this one will stand. If anything, the flag is going to be on the defense of New South Wales, and that is the signal that I'm reading from the referee. We'll hear the call as we look at this touchdown replay.
Yeah, Lou just in an absolute mountain of space there. Absolute dart there from Casey Cubis.
And she was actually running backwards. That was the skill of Lou as a receiver. That's a difficult one. Big thanks to our referees. So it will be a penalty on the defense, and they're going for two now, Queensland, as a result. This would put them well in the lead. Oh, that's straight out of the hands of Cody Fuller. A rocket, almost too much heat on it, and that's unusual for Cody Fuller.
Yeah, great defense there, though. Got the hand in there in between, but you're right. it's very rare to see Cody Fuller put one down.
So New South Wales stopped the blood flow at that point. It's 13-6 and still well within this game in the first half of the grand final. Everything on the line for the Blues. Just as much on the line for the Queensland Maroons. Sun Devils in their own home at Ballymore in Brisbane in the lead so far. Rebecca Bolden, quarterback for New South Wales, goes to the left sideline. That's a nice play. In fact, her receiver's still going. Elizabeth Shorter had yards after catch, almost marched it all the way to the halfway mark, and they want to go fast now because half-time is rapidly approaching. A quick little huddle back into play. As for the defense, they might play a bit of zone defense as they know there's a lot of time. Short snap. Shovel pass forward, but the flag was pulled immediately. Tegan Madden didn't get any yards, but got over the halfway mark, and that's an interesting little design. Obviously did what it was needed to.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure that they got that fresh set of downs. We saw in the earlier game with the New South Wales women, that one got actually picked off and they ran down the field. So just making sure that they get a fresh set of downs.
Bolden goes to left sideline again. Shorter had a flag pulled and lost ball control, but gets yardage. They're about 15 out, maybe 20. Second down, New South Wales. Bolden in the quarterback, gets to Madden, who gets to the sideline, and they'll move the chains. Third down and within striking distance, about 9 yards out.
I'd watch Tanika Sutton here, I reckon.
51 seconds was the call from the referee. 45. Clock is ticking. It's trips right for New South Wales. There's going to be motion. I reckon there'll be a dig route here. Bolden goes the other way instead. Great design, and Madden gets over. I think had the flag pulled just in time by the defense. Indeed, Queensland have a crucial stop. Ellen O'Connell was there in the safety position. Had a lot of time to get rid of it, didn't she, Bolden?
Yeah, 19 seconds left, last play of this.
Short snap, shovel pass forward, as quick as they come, as easy as they come. That is absolutely clean and clutch. Tegan Madden collaborating with Rebecca Bolden to put 6 points on the board. That puts them right back into this game. It'll be 12-13. If they can get a 1-point conversion, we'll go into halftime at exactly level scores. What a fascinating turn of events in the shadows of halftime. Trips left. We've seen this play design on the other side. Here they go. New South Wales need to get 1 point. Flag was pulled and incomplete, says the referee. So that will just about do it. We haven't heard the halftime whistle just yet. There's a look at the stands. The crowd is really showing up here at Ballymore Stadium. They are the South Australian Sharks coming to watch the rest of the day's events unfold. Of course, grand finals this afternoon. This is the women's grand final. Men's is up right after this. So if you are tuning in, do not go anywhere. It's going to be action all afternoon as Queensland prepare to snap with just seconds left on the clock before halftime. Casey Cubis, she's going to take a deep shot. Blitz is coming and got her. Sacked in the end zone. Crucial play by New South Wales. Riley McKay with an absolute blitzing run. And
surely that's enough to take us to the halftime.
Yeah, but look at this replay. Just the eyes only for the flag. Casey Cubis as professional as they come, but that's a nice matchup. One to watch for this game as it unfolds. And I do believe that might take us to halftime. So they will call it halftime. 1 point of difference in this women's grand final for the 2024 National Flag Football Tournament here in Brisbane. It's Queensland against New South Wales, one of the great state rivalries. Best as they come, 13 points in favour of the Queenslanders, 12 to New South Wales. It's been real swings of momentum. And Kate Allman here alongside T-Mac from the Any Given Sunday podcast in commentary for you all weekend. And T-Mac, it's been an exciting game. I cannot pick it at this stage. I know Queensland have come in undefeated, but at this point, New South Wales are really giving it to them.
Yeah, especially the defence of that Queensland. It's such a formidable type defence, but New South Wales are definitely coming out and, like I said, punching him in the face, which is good to see. They have to come out and attack. They can't sit back on their heels and think that the game's just going to come to them. So it's good to see early.
New South Wales huddle there, just going through their options and discussing what might unravel and the different plays they might have unfold. In terms of what New South Wales need to do, they're only a point behind T-Mac, but what have you seen that they might need to change or come out of the halftime huddle with?
I don't know if we need to harp on it, but the extra point conversions.
Yep.
two touchdowns, 2 misses, so we need them to really start scoring.
We're about to get underway for the second half as New South Wales Blues get onto the field. But before we do that, we might get down to the third member of our team. Danny Webb is with one of the stars of the New South Wales team.
Going on with Rebecca, the defence is absolutely kept you in this game. What was the game plan going in?
Just play as hard as we can, keep everything underneath, keep your head on a swivel and work for each other.
All right, you're about to start. Best of luck going forward.
Thank you, Danny, for those great insights from Rebecca Gordon of New South Wales as we head into the second half of this all-important grand final match between the top women's teams of flag football in Australia. It's one of the great rivalries. New South Wales, Queensland. Casey Cubis, quarterback for Queensland, gets the first reception of the second half. Marissa Hayes has it in her gloves safely downfield and moves the chains. It is Kate Allman here in commentary alongside Tommy McMillan. Danny Webb is sideline for us. And T-Mac and I will be here for the grand final as well. Can't wait to bring you the men's, but here is the women's. And there's another reception to Marissa Hayes. Gets the flag pulled, and it'll be third down now. They didn't get too much territory on those two little plays, and they now have a lot to make up for as New South Wales can play a bit of zone defence, just not allow them to get over the halfway. Cubis. Motion, Herdman coming across the running route and tiptoes down the sideline. Ran a 5 dig and then got all the way downfield. Yards after catch were impressive.
She is quick. Very, very quick.
That replay tells the story, doesn't it? 2 defenders couldn't grab the flags, and she did really well to stay in bounds. Ball control was elite. Gets the all-important halfway mark and some. Casey Cubis now. Blitz coming. Didn't get her, and they get to the end zone. It's incomplete. 2 defenders from New South Wales broke that up, but the blitz was really good. Riley McKay couldn't get the flag, but was all over Casey Cubis, and I think that's the pressure they need to bring to get in her head.
I think you're right. I reckon the New South Wales defence have to play a little bit like the Queensland defence. The bend, don't break. Give them their yards, but let's keep them out of the end zone.
Cubis goes to the middle. Her favourite receiver, Herdman, goes through traffic and gets the flag pulled. And about 3 yards out from the end zone. Three yards out from the end zone, the Queensland women looking to score on New South Wales. Casey Cubis sends one long. Cody Fuller has it, lost it, and a flag thrown. Too much contact. It looks like there was a push from the defence. This will be an interesting call. The referees just have a conversation. New South Wales pretty happy with the defence they put up.
Just watching on this replay, yeah, you can see a little bit late.
So it wasn't a complete reception anyway, otherwise it would have been called a touchdown, but there was pass interference by the defence, so a fresh set of downs in a really dangerous position. Casey Cubis has it in her hands, rockets it forward to Cody Fuller. Touchdown, Queensland! Cubis and Fuller, that is a combination that you can't stray away from too often. It's absolutely perfect. Every time those two collaborate, it seems to end up with point scoring. So here they go for a 1-point conversion. That was as easy as they come. Straight back to the same play. Cody Fuller reaches out, extends, and gets the 1-point conversion. And I think when you've got a weapon like Cody Fuller in front, dominating the space, you just have to give it to her in the breadbasket. That's exactly what Cubis did.
It was much better defending by the New South Wales on the extra point. They got the extra try anyway, but in the actual touchdown, you can't leave Cody Fuller that wide open. She's not dropping something like that.
No, and she just dominates the space so well, uses her body to maintain that frontage position and knows exactly where the line is. So she actually caught it within the field of play but extended out, and as soon as the ball crosses the plane of that touchdown zone, the end zone, it is counted as a touchdown. So here come New South Wales. Reception made by Tegan Madden. First yardage of this drive. New South Wales moving forward with energy. Score is 20 Queensland and 14 New South Wales. So they're just a touchdown away and still well within range. Tegan Madden, the snapper. Motion goes left. Baldwin goes straight back to Madden, the centre who can do it all. And that's really nice play by the New South Wales women. They keep marching it forward. They need to get some extra yardage, though, because it's third down and they're still a good way out from the halfway mark.
Having that weapon under centre too, really key here for the New South Wales.
The centre who can do it all can be a game changer, and that's what Madden has been. Baldwin has an option, goes to absolutely no one, though. She hasn't found Tamika Sutton as often in this half, and you'd expect that the big body, the tall, the hands above the head of Tamika Sutton, maybe that's a target they should look to more often.
Absolutely, safe hands. That's the biggest thing. You're going to get, you're going to get chunk play out of her. So yeah, I agree. You've got to find her in this later part of the game.
Timeout taken by New South Wales, and they need to get back into the game. They're 6 points down, so still a touchdown away within reach. But if you were in that huddle, what would you be saying, Tommy McMillan?
I think we'd be looking at big number 88. Let's find her, get her down the field.
Yeah, just look at the height differential. There's her and there's Madden, two very different players, very different style. Madden has the quick pace, but Sutton, when you've got the leverage over the defenders, you don't need to be as fast. You can be up in space and in the air and bring it down.
And absolutely, you're looking at the Queensland defenders. They're not the overly tall. They do swarm in numbers, but Sutton having that size, you can really throw it up and just tell her to go get it.
Almost lead the receiver, which is what the elite quarterbacks do. Rebecca Baldwin is one of those. She can lead players like Tamika Sutton into space if they use that height a little better. The other one I like is Elizabeth Shorter. Gets yards after catch. She's lined up on the left sideline, and Tamika Sutton is in that tight end space in the centre. Go ball on the right. There was option open, but instead they go short to the favourite, Tegan Madden. And Rachel Mortel was screaming for it down the right sideline. I don't know if Baldwin saw that, but that was a surefire touchdown if she had reached her.
Still Madden, just finding that open space. Crucial fourth down there, so big play by her.
Huge play. Keep the drive going. New South Wales women 6 points behind Queensland. Need to get back in the game on this one. Baldwin surveys the scene, goes straight through the middle, finds Shorter, has a shorter run than the previous, but marches it downfield, and they're 7 yards out from the end zone.
It's good. Just taking what the defence gives you. You don't have to get it all in one play. Let's just keep moving it down the field.
Yeah, I like the way Baldwin sort of looks long and then goes the mid-range, because it often sends defenders really deep and it opens up the play through players like Madden and Shorter. Here they go. Tamika Sutton's lined up tight in that middle zone. It goes to Sutton. She gets over, but not before the flag is pulled at about the 1 yard line. And that's the advantage of the height, isn't it? I mean, didn't get the touchdown, but moved it to within striking distance of a touchdown.
Yeah, 2 yards in 2 plays. Looking good here for New South Wales.
So, third down for New South Wales. Tegan Madden, the snapper. Bolden looks to Madden, instead goes to Mortel. It's a touchdown! Rachel Mortel with the quick feet, the spin, turn, receive, and touchdown. They get back in the game, the New South Wales women, and the score is exactly even. 20 points all. A chance now for New South Wales to take the lead with a 1-point conversion.
They haven't been good with their 1-point conversions. We keep harping on it, but that safety at the end of the half now is crucial.
So a little conversation being had, the play determined by Rebecca Bolden, the quarterback leading this team and leading the New South Wales women into their first lead of the match. Can they do it? They can! The hands of Tegan Madden once more bring it home. 1 point ahead. The conversion goes to New South Wales and they take the lead for the first time in this grand final.
Huge play there. We've been harping on it all day. They need to convert those 1 points. They've finally been able to do it. Pressure back onto the Queenslanders now. We've seen them. They sit there. Casey Kubik is quite calm under pressure, but this is the game. If they can get a good stop here, New South.
It is not only pressure on the scoreboard, but it is pressure to defend a title. That'll do, though. In terms of responses, that's as good as they come. Danya Herdman, who's part of the Australian team in Malaysia, races downfield. The pink shoes move faster, we know. Casey Cubis loves to feed her.
Getting it out in space for her as well, that's key.
Herdman in space is a threat you don't want to see as a defensive safety or a cornerback. Cubis now, blitz coming, long ball deep. Cody Fuller had the hand up. It had to be a left-hand receive. Was just out of reach. Good coverage by Pia Pritchard from New South Wales. Not often you see Cody Fuller let one get out of reach, but she has been an absolute workhorse for the Queensland women all day yesterday. I saw her yesterday afternoon heading into the ice bar. She said she was sore. I wonder how the recovery has been. Of course, they've gone through this tournament undefeated. Here they are in the grand final. And New South Wales at the moment in the driver's seat to take home the championship. That one's incomplete. And there'll be a fourth down for Queensland before they reach halfway. The pressure is really building on the Sun Devils.
Yeah, great defence here by New South. They're just giving them what they need. They know they've got 6 or 7 yards to play with here. I'd imagine a bit more man coverage here.
Tight formation. I'd say there's a few go routes in this one. Casey Cubis has the arm. Can she get the accuracy? There was almost a sack, wobbling ball. Opportunity. Gee, heavy contact in the coverage. I'm not sure that was all totally legal. Pierre Pritchard was all over Cody Fuller, who's got her hands up in exasperation. But there's no yellow flags on the turf. So a few things falling the way of New South Wales, keeping them in the game. Look at this. It came off the hands really wobbly. And there was a hand, I reckon, around the back of Cody Fuller. But, of course, the referees are a lot closer than we are, T-Max, so we cannot call it from here. Just say that if there was a VAR in this game, it might be interesting. Nevertheless, New South Wales, motion to the right. Shorter was in motion. Madden receives. Flag pulled, and they get 2 yards.
Crowd's starting to get involved.
Huge crowd building at Ballymore. The atmosphere is electric.
They definitely let the refs know what they felt with that one.
The referees do a difficult job, an outstanding job they do. Third team really on the field every time. big thank you to them. Tegan Madden's going to snap it now to Bolden. Bolden's looking long, goes to the middle range. Tamika Sutton couldn't get there. They read that one, the Queensland Sun Devils. Great defence. Riley Douglas had a hand in it, and she is a rugby union background player, so probably has that hand-eye that transfers across codes, but certainly they know exactly what's going to occur when Tamika Sutton gets a big body in the way. Almost need double coverage on Tamika Sutton. Sort of the Travis Kelce of the New South Wales. Here we go again, Bolden over the top. Sutton showing why the height is such an advantage. Brings it down. It'll be 4th down. They're still 10 yards out from the halfway.
Key there, though, taking the catch and going down. The clock is still running, so that's in New South Wales' favour here, especially if they can get over that halfway.
It's a great call, T-Mac. Clock's still ticking, and it is the advantage of New South Wales to just run that clock down. Queensland, it is their game to lose. Bolden has the fast pace of Madden upfield, does so. The flag's pulled, though, 2 yards short. There'll be a turnover on downs. And I had out of the corner of my eye Rachel Mortel running an impressive route. Really executed the dig and got out, put her foot in the ground and found space, but was not read. There she was up the top of your screen in an acre of space, but instead they opted for the well-covered Tegan Madden, who was safe pair of hands. Anyway, we'll turn over on downs. This game continues to intrigue. Casey Cubis finds her receiver, who spins around but can't get out of the hands. Kestra Bessie, a tackle player who's come over to the non-contact form of the game. Represented the Sun Devils in gridiron a couple of years. Here she is in flag football.
I don't think that tackle from Douglas can go unnoticed too.
Tight formation, motion to the right. Cubis had to run around. Cody Fuller nearly flipped the hips and got around the defence, but Pierre Pritchard pulled the tag just in time. They'll be stopped, but not before they get over the halfway and a fresh set of downs.
Not a bad play thrown to Cody Fuller.
It's a safe option, isn't it? When you have crowds like this, you can see the Hollywood play of these two players, and that one, there was a miscommunication, I think. Marissa Hayes went the wrong way, probably needed to turn the left shoulder rather than the right to receive, running that post route. Casey Cubis electrifying the crowds here in Ballymore and certainly keeping us on the edge of our seats. It is the grand final for the Women's Flag Football Nationals, 21-20, as close as it could be and as close as this formation is. Set up to score. Casey Cubis looks long, goes there. Tight spiral, and it is in hands, but it's out of bounds. Incomplete, says the referee. Of course, they went to Cody Fuller again.
Not a bad option to go to, but it was a little bit long. Again, she did take the catch, but you can see here in the replay she was well and truly out.
Look at that spiral. If it was just a metre shorter, and I mean, Cody Fuller did really well, had one foot in, but couldn't get the second one down. She's the driving force behind the national women's team. She was the top scorer for our Australian women at Oceania. Third down for Queensland, goes to the hands of Jessica Liu, and a touchdown for the Queensland Sun Devils. Brilliant play, read to perfection by the quarterback. Casey Cubis showing why she's one of the game's best, and Jessica Liu marches it in for 6 points.
Third touchdown for Jessica Liu. Massive, massive game. Cubis, look at that, throwing an absolute dart, but the turning around, ooh, bit of a bobble there.
Ooh, a flag pulled just on the line as well. I think the ball just got over in time, but just perfect timing and execution. Those two players are on the same page every time. Casey Cubis never looks like she sweats a bullet, does she? Throws one, though. Here's one out of the hands. Heavy contact. I reckon that's lucky to not be called a penalty. Riley McKay fell right on top of Marissa Hayes, so they didn't get the conversion, and that could be something that haunts them later on, Queensland. They're 26-21 up on New South Wales. 3 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, definitely a key there, because if New South Wales go down and score now, they're in front, where if they had got that extra point, does put pressure on the extra point of New South Wales, which they haven't really been all over this competition.
Great call, T-Mac. They're only 5 points ahead as Baldwin has it in her hands. Goes to Tamika Sutton. A good conversion. 5 yards. They'll move the chains. Or the sticks, as it were. We don't have chains in flag football, though it would be fun if we did. Maybe that's something we can put into the game later on. The ball is marked, and I think they might be taking their time. If they can wind the clock down here and get 6 points up, it leaves Queensland not much chance to get back into it. Baldwin takes the snap, goes to the middle. Great work by Shorter. Receives, turns upfield. Doesn't get any extra yards after the catch. Does complete the down.
Just again, taking what the defence will give them, though. You'd rather take 10, 15 yards than...
Little chunk plays, aren't they?
Try and force it and then incomplete.
Timeout here. It'll be taken.
No, they were just conferring the referees.
So timeout by the referees. Officials then say play on. New South Wales in formation. Here they go. Hot Wheels upfield. It's Shorter. Gets over the halfway mark. That's crucial. Fresh set of downs coming up for New South Wales. They're still in this game. 5 points behind, but the offensive drive continues.
I'm liking the way they're playing at the moment. These just taking what they can get. Perfect. Getting a fresh set of downs. 25 yards to go for a score to
Clever
take the lead.
Clever footwork as well by Shorter to stay in bounds, to know exactly where that line was, the halfway. They line up at halfway exactly. Baldwin gets it out to the right sideline. Heavy contact. And unlucky for Rachel Mortel not to receive a flag there. Good defence by Mickey Filia from the Sun Devils. Forces that incompletion. Crowd really getting involved here too now at Ballymore Stadium. We have the national selectors in the stands in front of us, looking at some of the game's best. New South Wales lineup. Baldwin, left-hand quarterback, gets to the hands, almost picked off by Yana Floridis, the Queensland Sun Devil. And there's a look at what's on offer. The championship trophy, the first inaugural official one Gridiron Australia will present to the team that takes out the win here today. And that's a timeout taken by New South Wales just in time. A crucial one, I think. This is third down. They have 2 chances to get into the end zone. As time ticks down, if they don't score on this drive, Queensland are probably going to wind down the clock and might just hold possession for the rest of the match. So it is crucial, this drive, T-Mac.
Yeah, big 2 plays coming up for both sides. Obviously, like you said, having that experience, if they don't score here, I can see Queensland very much just running down the clock and taking the W.
Well, as you can see, the crowd is on the edge of their seat as we are here. It is building at Ballymore Stadium. A great turnout for the grand final afternoon of our National Flag Football Tournament. New South Wales with their top-tier talent having a conversation with head of the Coyotes, head coach. They'll disperse. Need to score. I cannot stress this enough. New South Wales must come away with points off this drive. Otherwise, they put it back in the possession of Queensland, and that's like giving it back to Mahomes in a Super Bowl. Here they go. Long ball down. Tamika Sutton couldn't get her hands on it. It was behind the back, and she couldn't even turn around. Defense was excellent by Mickey Filia, who's been a real weapon on the defense for Queensland.
Yeah, absolutely. This Queensland defense, really formidable. Just bend, don't break, and they're 24 yards required for the go-ahead touchdown. They'll be sitting pretty confident with themselves, I reckon.
So, 4th down. It's got to be a Hail Mary. We know Baldwin has the arm for it. Can the defense hold up? Blitz coming. That's not going to be far enough. Sutton got the reception, but Queensland played the coverage cleverly. They high-five, as they absolutely should. That's a crucial stand defensively, and now it falls to the New South Wales defence to make something out of nothing. They have to get a pick, some kind of turnover. As time ticks down, all pressure on the New South Wales women to make something happen. Queensland in absolutely no rush to get the play started here. Casey Cubis, standout quarterback of the competition, going to be snapped by Marissa Hayes for the Sun Devils. Cubis gets it back through the centre to Jessica Liu, who tries to get more yards after the catch, but great defence by New South Wales. Pritchard was in coverage, as was Vanessa Liu. And that was Liu that stopped there, prevented the damage. Second down coming up.
I think the Sun Devils are more than happy to stay in, Brands, as well. Just keep the clock ticking over.
Absolutely, they would be. They are 5 points ahead in a grand final match. Flag Football Nationals, and they will just take a knee. It may even be that time of the game. Cody Fuller, hands in the air, another star of the Queenslanders. They're that confident. Casey Cubis, quarterback of what is likely to be the very first grand final champion, national champions, the Queensland Sun Devils. They've been undefeated all tournament. They're in the driver's seat to etch their name on the trophy and into the history books for Queensland's flag football. Clock is winding down. And teammates
there it is.
Embrace. And there it is, the Queensland Sun Devils, your 2024 national champions. It was a game of swings and roundabouts. New South Wales had momentum in this second half, and they were playing really well, but Queensland, the dominant force that they are, the Sun Devils, they have been the team to beat all tournament. We said it earlier. They won the unofficial tournament last year.